Hello class and welcome to Business Computer Applications. This class is a very short class. It lasts basically 20 days starting January 2nd and ends up on January 22nd. So what we are going to do for this class is we are not going to be able to cover the whole book, but we're going to cover 6 chapters out of 8. I'm minimizing the load of work in terms of homeworks and special assigned cases, but still you're going to have a chance to learn all the basics of Excel. In order to start the class, you have to log in into My Plymouth, and I'm just going to give you a brief show here. And once you're in My Plymouth, you go to My Courses, and then you're going to find your courses right here. You click Business Computer Applications, and it's going to bring you to this screen. So once you get here, you have the opportunity to browse around the whole class. This is a picture of myself. My name is Ursula Wiefers. I'm going to be your instructor. And right here you have all the ways that you can communicate with me. Easiest one, probably the email. There's my Skype number there and my phone number. You can call me anytime. If by any chance I'm not available, I will make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. So let's start knowing our model. This link here is for general questions and announcements. You're going to receive an email from me every Friday morning when the class is launched. This is the syllabus that it's very important to read. That's why I always say read me, because here is where we're gonna establish the rules of the game. So when you click on that link, it's gonna bring you to this syllabus right here. Again, information of the class, my information, course description, course objectives, and the text that you need. Take into account that the text, it's gonna work on Excel 2013. So many of the things that you're going to be requested to do, sometimes styles on the graphs or tables or charts, are specific of this version, and this is what we're going to be doing. It will be ideal that you have this version, or if you have access to the computers on campus, they all have this Microsoft 2013 loaded. This is what you need to pay attention to. The assignments that we're going to be covering, how will I calculate grades, due dates, and potential points. So, due dates are extremely important for me. We're going to do and have a class of 20 days. So that is basically telling us that we're condensating a lot of work, and you're going to have to work hard. You're going to earn 3 credits in 20 days. So the load of work, it's going to be intense, but it doesn't mean that you are not going to be able not to do it. This is all doable work. So every model, it's going to have tutorials and assigned cases. The tutorials are going to be the explanation of the material that we're covering, and it follows your book. So I'm going to go back to the model, and you're going to see that when I scroll down here and we cover our first week, you have here the tutorials videos. So chapter 1 has 2 videos, session 1.1 and session 1.2. When you click on this video, it's going to open this, this page here. And from here, you click on the video, and it's going to come down to this video that it's right here. So as you just go playing and listening to the video, it's going to tell you the step-by-step of the exercise that you have in the book. This is basically a repetition of all what it's being done in the book, but you are going to get to see me doing it step by step. So if when you're working on this, you have any question, the video is your best help. So tutorials must be submitted to Moodle not later than the first Monday after the topic is launched. Exceptions will be duly communicated to students through the weekly announcement. You get 100 points for each tutorial that you turn in, and the final grade for your tutorials is going to be the average of your grades. Then you have assigned cases or homework, which must be submitted not later than the next Thursday after the topic is launched. You get 100 points for each homework that you turn in, and at the end, your final grade is going to be the average of all your homeworks, and you can accumulate up to 150 points. Okay? There is no makeup dates for the tutorial or assigned cases. If you do not submit the completed files during the allotted time, it will result on obtaining a 0 as a grade. That means that if I am telling you that you have to turn in your work on a Monday or on a Thursday, that's the only valid day. A tutorial turned in on a Tuesday, I will grade it, I will give you feedback, but it's only going to get a 0. It's not going to get any other grade. Same thing for the assigned cases. I'm very strict on that, so please pay attention to this part. Graded practices, it's posted at the end of each chapter, and it's going to assess you, your understanding and ability to apply what we have learned. 100 points each, and your final grade is the average of your grade. You can also accumulate up to 150 points. And then you have your final exam, that it's going to be cumulative from chapter 1 till 6, and it's going to be open for 2 days, January 21st and January 22nd, from 8 a.m. till 11:59. So it starts on January 21st at 8 a.m. and it closes on January 22nd at 11:59. So those are how are we going to calculate the grade. This chart serves you as a letter and points. This is how they're going to be spread out. The course outline, academic integrity, and the rest of the rules. So it's important that you read and understand the syllabus because this is what we are going to be working on. So let's go back here, and once you have read your syllabus, you're watching already this Learning to Navigate My course, you have to complete the icebreaker. It's a brief introduction to who you are so that we all know each other. And then you go and jump in and start working on all this section. I have tried to make this looks like very long, but it's just because I want you to have one thing like on each line. So every time that we start a chapter, and it's on January 2nd, the first thing that you do is you click your learning objectives and assignments. This is going to tell you what are you going to do this week. So when you click on this link, it's going to open this screen. It's basically telling you all what you're going to be able to learn on this topic. You have all these learning objectives, and what do you need to do? You need to do the tutorial files, the assigned cases, and the graded practice. So you go back here, you go to your first tutorial, the video, then you have the second one, you have the class PowerPoint for the whole chapter just in case, and then you click here where it says tutorial due. The first one is due on January 5th, so it's next Monday. So when you click here, it's going to open and it says complete this tutorial following the instruction posted in the textbook chapter EX, these are the numbers of the pages, 4 to EX58. You click here and you have the file that you need to work on. So I'm giving you the files that you need to use. You finish working on your tutorial and this is where you submit it. So you click here, and this is on my end, but right here I'm going to find each student that has submitted their homeworks. So once you completed the first tutorial, you submit it. Then you move on to chapter 2, you have the videos, here comes the file, and you submit the file. Then you go on to chapter 3, You have your tutorials here, files, submitted. And this is your homework. You have here all the assigned cases for chapter 1, 2, and 3, and this is due on January 8th. I'm only giving you one homework per chapter. So right here you have all the files, and I'm going to click so you can see it. You have the 3 files that you need. I'm giving you the pages where you need to follow the instructions. Each file is worth 100 points. So right here you have the files. Once you work on your first case, right here you have the tray to submit case 1, case 2, and case 4, chapter 3. And then right here I'm giving you the solution files for the tutorial and the cases. Of course, this is going to be closed and you're going to be able to see it after January 8th. Finally, you have your graded practice. Here you get the files, and right here you get the submission, and you have the solution files. I'm only going to give you one graded practice. That means you're only going to get one case per the whole chapters. Right here you're covering 3 chapters, but the graded practice is only going to be one for the 3 chapters. Once this is closed, you move on into the next one. Feel free to work in advance if you want, because since this is such a short class, and if one day you feel that you can move on, you can do it. I have no problem with that. You have all the materials already posted here, and you should not have any problem. So the whole class is set up, it's open, and like I said, you can move on at your own pace, even up to the final exam, that you are not going to be able to see the files till the day of the exam. Now, you need to make sure that if you have a question on any homework or any tutorial or any graded practice, I'm available to help you. But if the file is due, let's say the homework is due on January 8th, and you send me an email January 8th at 8 p.m., 7 p.m., or 6 p.m., chances are that I'm not going to be able to help you because you're doing it at the last minute. But if you give me enough time to help you with the file, I'll be more than happy to work with you. This is why I'm here for. But don't try to get a file or some help on a homework or on a graded practice at the last minute, because it's simply not going to work. Another thing that you need to have in mind is that whenever you send me an email and tell me that you need help, you need to attach your file up to the point where you need the help, so I can see what you have done and I can figure out if there was a mistake prior to your doubt, or if you are on spot and you just need a little help to move on. So with this, you should be able to get started in the class. And again, just contact me if you need any help. I'll be very happy to help you. Good luck, and let's enjoy these 20 days of class.